Hey everyone, Ryan from Ebike Escape, and in this video I'm going to show you how to put this seat post or this seat post or this seat post on your RadWagon 4, so let's get into it. One thing before we get started, if you are looking to purchase a RadWagon or any other rad power bikes, please consider using the link in the description before you make your purchase, as it helps me make videos like this one. I will also have links to the 3 suspension seat posts that I'm going to talk about today. And of course, you can also check out our e-bike accessories list. The other very important thing that you should know is I am not an e-bike mechanic. In fact, I am not a bike mechanic at all. So you should take all this information with a grain of salt and do this project at your own risk. With that, let's get on with the video. I'll show you how to put a suspension seat post on your RadWagon 4. For some context, in 2020, Rad Power Bikes launched the RadWagon 4, and in doing so, they did a frame redesign, positioning the frame lower to the ground. And when they did that, they had to opt for a telescoping seat post for us taller riders in order for us to still be in a comfortable riding position. For a long time, Rad Power Bikes has sold the SR Sun Tour suspension seat post 27.2, which until the RadWagon 4 fit all of the Rad Power Bikes models. And with the telescoping seat post, they changed the size because, of course, in order to extend the seat post, they need to go from a wider diameter to a thinner diameter, which made it impossible to use the SR Sun Tour seat post. In a previous video I did on RadWagon 4 accessories with my brother's RadWagon 4, I had suggested perhaps purchasing the largest diameter Connect 2.1 suspension seat post and getting a large shim to get to the 34.9 size, which would obviously go in at the top of the RadWagon 4. But I actually think there's a better way to do this, because you can actually remove the top half of the RadWagon 4 suspension seat post. I have to give a huge shout out to the team at Cirrus Cycles, which sells the Connect 2.1, since they suggested this to me. The first thing you will need to do is remove the top half of the telescoping seat post. There's a set screw which keeps the top of the seat post from coming off, so keep in mind with the new suspension seat post you will no longer be using this screw. Always be sure to be aware of the minimum insertion points listed on all bike seat posts. You'll need a 2.5mm Allen key. Fortunately, my Ebike mini ratchet set came with one. Once you loosen it, the seat post will slide right out. Next, you will either need to purchase a 30.9 to 27.2 diameter shim if you already have a 27.2 diameter suspension seat post. Or if you're purchasing a new suspension seat post, check to see if the manufacturer sells a 30.9 diameter suspension seat post. Then you can go without the shim. Next, simply insert the shim and seat post, or just your seat post, into the bottom half of the telescoping seat post. I did find that I had to tighten the quick release more compared to the top of the telescoping seat post. This is probably due to using a shim. Just make sure your seat post doesn't move around. As I mentioned, all 3 of these suspension seat posts will work, including the SR Sun Tour NCX, which is offered in a 30.9 diameter variation. Same goes with the Cirrus Cycles Connect 2.1. And finally, here we have the Redshift Shock Stop suspension seat post, which I just received, and it only comes in a 27.2 diameter. These are all high quality suspension seat posts, and I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. These days, it might just be a matter of what suspension seat post is in stock. To recap, either buy a 30.9 diameter suspension seat post and you'll be all set, or if you have a smaller diameter suspension seat post already, or you want to buy a smaller diameter suspension seat post like the 27.2s I outlined in this video, then buy a 30.9 to 27.2 shim. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, links will be in the description if you want to help support the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.